Hi and welcome to A1 Figures review this morning. And today we're going to be doing a review on Shaq. I just need to give a little disclaimer quickly, as I have to apologize because I like these figurines so much, and besides this one, which I got free, which I'll explain in a minute. We instead of getting all the technology, I guess we get the figures instead. But anyways, I only have an iPhone to do the recording, so sorry if the quality isn't that good, or I have to do it in parts because my phone will only allow me to record so much time, then it stops and I have to upload it and do a second part. So I do apologize for making it into parts. I'd rather do it one long video, but I just don't have the technology to do that. So anyways, I do want to have a big shout out to Danny from Hobby Galaxy. In fact, their website is hobby-galaxy.com. And let me just say this from the up. I don't, there's a couple places. I do like Toy Anxiety for just getting little excess parts and pieces. It's easy to get. But this guy, I believe, is purely just brand new. But I'm just going to tell you, I looked at his prices, for example, and they are $20 to $30 cheaper than everybody else. So let's say a Scottie Pippen goes for $239 or $249. His would be like $219. So I don't quote me on that, but I guarantee you that he is the cheapest in the States, and his shipping is great. Everything, good quality, everything, very good at contacting and connecting and communicating and things like that. But this Shaq figure we got as a gift from him for my son. I'm not going to go into all the details, but Danny from Hobby Galaxy, we do thank you for that. So without further ado, we're going to go on and we're going to talk a little bit about Shaq. Shaq is a 7'1", and this is kind of how I do my reviews. If you remember, I basically do a lot of background on the player, give my opinion, then I go into the head sculpt, and then I go into the body. Before I do head sculpt, I do the box, head sculpt, and then kind of the body and all the accessories, and then I just get an overall feel for the figure. I do basically 1 out of 5 rating, okay? And so out of just as a background to Shaq and who he is, I can't give him anything but a 5. The guy is one of the funniest guys I've ever seen. In fact, if you ever get to watch his podcast, not always appropriate, but it is appropriately funny. So he does make me laugh quite a bit. So he could really get a second job as a comedian if he wanted, but he's got such a dry sense of humor. Guy's 7'1". He's listed at 325. If you've seen him lately, it's probably add about 40-50 pounds to him. He's probably close to 400 pounds. Just a beast. Played for 6 teams: the Magic, Lakers, Miami. Played for Phoenix for a few years, and then finished his career 1 year with Cleveland and 1 year with the Celtics. Okay, he was the Rookie of the Year, 92-93 Rookie of the Year. He won the MVP in the year 2000. He only won 1 MVP, which probably could have won more, but he only actually won 1 MVP. And he was an 8-time All-NBA first team, 2-time All-NBA second team, and a 4-time All-NBA third team. He was in the All-Star game 15 times. 3 of those times he was MVP, and he's the 3rd player. I think Jordan and Willis Reed were the 2nd one to win the NBA Finals MVP and All-Star MVP in the same season. He only won the scoring title twice, in 95 and in 2000. In fact, the year before, 94, he was Male Athlete of the Year, and then his last year in college, he was College Player of the Year. I would say that his career is mainly known for, I guess it would be the Lakers, and it would be a toss-up between Magic and Miami. He took the Magic to 1 finals and lost to the Houston Rockets, and then he, along with Dwayne Wade, went to the finals in 2000, was it 5 or 6 with, I think it's 2005, 6 year. with Dwayne Wade, and they won there, beat the heavily favored, if I recall, Dallas Mavericks, and I mean, most of it was Dwayne Wade, but he did win that as well. Let me just give you his totals. He retired with 28,596 points, with a career average of 23.7 points per game. He had 13,099 rebounds for a career, averaging 10.9 rebounds for a career average. So he did average a career double-double average. And he had 2,732 blocks, and just incredible numbers. Let me just kind of go. I like stats. I think numbers never lie mentality. So he played from 92 through 2011. I kind of give you his totals, but in 92, like I said, he was the Rookie of the Year. He basically was almost his career average. His career average was 23.7 points per game. But he averaged his rookie year 23.4 with 13.9 rebounds. So he almost 23.5 points and almost 14 rebounds a game. In fact, his rookie year, I think it was his highest. Yeah, it was his highest rebound average out of any season. So he really put some effort out. But it's interesting, his rookie year to his sophomore year, he did a huge jump from 23.4 points to 29.3 and 13.2 rebounds. His third season for Orlando, he averaged 29.3, 11.4. I believe that was the year that he did go to the NBA Finals and lost to Houston. And they hit Penny Hardaway. And then his last year, he averaged 26.6 points per game and 11 even for rebounds. Then he got traded, or then he went, I don't remember how he did. He went to the Lakers, and he played from 96 up to 2004. This is probably the bulk of his career. I would imagine when he goes into Hall of Fame that he will go in as a Laker. In fact, his number, 34, was retired by the Lakers, but he averaged 26.2 points per game his first year with the Lakers. Problem was his first, last season with the Orlando and the Lakers was the Jordan's second threesome run, as he won 6 finals. And anyways, after Jordan retired, Shaq kind of became the big beast of the NBA, but he never had less than 26 points a game until his last year with the Lakers, where he averaged 21.5 and 11.5 rebounds per game. But basically, he was averaging anywhere from 26 through, I think the year he won the MVP, he averaged 29.7 points per game. And so he was just, almost averaged 30 points a game that year. But he was just a beast, and his rebounds, his blocks, and everything like that. When he went to Miami, his highest year was his first season, where he averaged 22.9, almost 23 points. He did have 10 rebounds, which was his, besides his stint in Phoenix. Basically, that was his last year. He averaged double-double for his career. In Phoenix, he only had 12.9, almost 13 points a game, but he had 10.6 rebounds. Then he upped it the next year to almost 18 points a game and about 8.5 rebounds. And with Cleveland, he was really slowing down. He averaged 12 points a game. And Celtics, his final year, he just averaged a little more than 9 points a game. But he still had flashes during those seasons of greatness that he used to have. He just is that's a lot of weight to run up and down basketball courts, at that age. But let me just kind of give you just an overall feel for Shaq. As a player, he was great. He was great. Besides that big fight that he and Kobe had in 2004, where they couldn't see eye to eye, you had 2 alpha males going at it. He was a great player. To me, he's the most, I would say he was the greatest center, but he was the most dominating center to ever play the game. He was just, he imposed his will, and you could do nothing to stop him. Reminds me of my son Michael, when he wants to do something, he imposes his will and thinks that there's nothing you can do to stop him. Especially when we play video games. He, like NBA 2K, when he wants to impose his will on me, I can't stop him. It's like, boom, Dad, take that. So that's what Shaq was like. Boom, take that. What are you going to do? So, enough with the correlation. But anyways, let's get on to the actual box. And here is the box. I'm going to take this little flap off. Here's the inside of the box. It's got a regular box, but the cover is different. I'm just going to pull it up here. It bends like so, as you can see. And on one side it has like the Lakers. And if you turn it around, the other side it has the Orlando Magic. The box I'm going to give 4.5 out of 5. I think it's really neat. I think it's creative. I just wish you could somehow display both at the same time, like Magic on one side and Lakers on the other. I do like it that you can leave it open like this, because as you stand things up and you decorate with this stuff, it takes up more space than the other boxes. But then again, that's kind of Shaq's style. He's known for taking up space. Here's a certificate of authenticity. It is number 1054 out of 3,500. I'm not sure if I actually believe Enterbay and just doing the certificates of authenticity. I think they just keep making them. But in the back is like this little jersey thing. I don't know what it is, like a little card. You can take her out there. My sister's supposed to help me, but he took off on me. I'm not sure what this is. If this is like a sticker or what, I'm not sure. But you take this off or not. But it's just kind of a, you know, a little la-di-da type thing, you know. So it is what it is. So then it kind of has a lot of stuff, that, you know, that it, you know, these figures have with the little decoration things. I don't know if I remember where I put that one part, but you know, it has the one thing about the newer Enterbay figures that they now have is they actually have that little plastic cover, which I'm not sure where I put. So I will get back to that. It's not the end of the world, but oh, here it is. I apologize. Here's the plastic thing that kind of goes over it. Shaquille O'Neal. Some of them had pictures on, but it's just kind of a new Enterbay thing. You put it on there. Here's the box on the side. It gives the instructions on the back. Pretty simple, easy to do box. I'm just going to give you a quick view of the figures. Here he is dunking. Here he is standing there. And I'm going to stop it. And we will go on to part 2 as we get into the figures more. So thank you and stay tuned.